Balance, please. Okay. So last class we are done with the the save operation. We have done with the display operation. We have done with the search operation in this case. So today's class we are performing a delete operation in this case. Our delete operation is a combined code for the search operation. That is, whatever the data we search in the search operation, in that only we will be performing the delete operation in this case. So first let us run the project in this. CD slash, then I have CD college. Inside this, Python manage.py, run server, and minimize this. Open the browser, type the URL. URL type karo localhost colon slash I think search student was the URL in this, and it is not. So I can copy the link from here. अगर if you have typed the wrong URL, it will show the URLs in this case. Like कौन सा pages के कौन से नाम से access कर सकते हो. It will show the list. You can search one of. You can take one of that and you can run it. Say probably my name was there. Yes, बहुत सारे. Now the point is, of course, they are duplicate values in this case. Now duplicate values have to be deleted from the list in this. So for this, I need one option on the right side where I can click on that option to delete the record in this case. So Nangyandra, I need a one more TD. In that TD, I need to have a submit button which is used to delete the data in this. So what we will do is we will go to the code and open that page, that is search student. So in the search student, this is a code, and this is a place where we have displayed the data. Like college name was the last column here.
Good morning, sir. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Fatima, can you hear? Very well. So we can't hear you. Let's go. Yeah, Fatima now? Huh? Oh, sorry. So sound setting check. Can you hear me now? Fatima, can you hear?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. So here I need a button option like college name Ahmedmala. I have to add one more TD here. Say TD open close inside this. Now inside this I need a submit button. Submit button means it should always be inside the form tag in this case. So I'll make use of the form tag. Name is equal to frm delete. You can give because I'm performing a delete operation, and method is equal to post, which is very important in the HTML in this case. And close the form tag. Inside this, I'll make use of input type is equal to submit. Name I will give it as btn delete, and value is equal to delete. Okay, so save this. Sorry, and refresh the web page. So once you refresh, you'll get a delete button on the right side for each row in this case. Now, if you want to delete a data, the data should be always deleted based on the unique value of that particular user in this case. Now, if you see all the columns in this, Which is a unique column here? It is always a student ID. Don't think about the serial number because the serial number is it keeps changing. Student ID is a unique value in case of any data in this case. So whichever is a unique value, that value should also be included inside the form tag. So what we do here is we make use of input type is equal to hidden, name is equal to, I'll give it as student ID, and value property inside this I will say sd.id. So I know that ID is a unique value in my table in this case. So I have added that particular column in this. So sd.id antandaga it will have a unique value for each row in this case. Save this, it will not display on the screen. On the screen you can't see the ID in this because I have used input type is equal to hidden field in this. If you right click on the page and click on view page source, now you can see here very clearly for the first data, the ID is student ID is 1. Okay. The same way, second student in the record bartada and second student record, student ID value is 2. And the same way it goes on. For each delete operation, the ID is stored in that particular column in this case. Okay. Now, after this, of course, you can make change. Yakandra, whenever we want to have a delete operation, we just highlight it with the red color background in this case. So for that, you can put one bootstrap class here. That is class equal to btn danger. So btn danger, we'll put it in some dark red btn. Sorry, we have take it for the refresh. You get the option. Either you can use a delete complete name in this case, or else you can just put the value property as x. X is like a delete operation in this. So instead of writing that whole delete, you can make use of this in this case. Otherwise, you also have some bootstrap classes for this. Like bootstrap naga, you have a class called as dustbin. It's like a dustbin in this. So you can make use of that class here. It will show a trash box. So using that also you can perform the delete operation. Just a highlight in this case. Okay. Now let me fix with this itself. I'll mal on white column. Let me correct it by using a one more td. Sorry, th. Use a empty th so that even that is covered with the black color. Okay. Next, most important, when I click on this, it will go to the same search function in this case. Okay. Now, before that, I also told you whenever you make use of the form tag, compulsory it must have CSRF underscore. Without CSRF token, again it will throw an error in this case. So, whenever you use a form tag, make use of the CSRF token, save, refresh. Okay. Now, when you click on this particular button, student ID will be initialized in this, and it will take you to the same search function in the system. So, go to the project folder inside this views.py. Inside views.py, we have a search tool. It will come to the same place. It will come to the same search code in this. Okay. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ suppose if the student ID is initialized, then I have to perform the delete operation. How to do that? Very simple. I will say if request dot post square bracket request dot post dot a function by name get double quotation, take the name of that particular variable here, comma, the inside double quotation give 0 not equal to 0. Now what is this line? Till date we have used request.post. Inside square bracket we are giving the name of the tag in this case. Now I am using a function called as get. Get function is generally used when there is a option that user may not enter the data. Like compulsory field itandra make use of the request dot post, something like this. If it is not a compulsory field, the user may not enter the data in that particular tag in this case. So in such cases, we make use of get function. And you are asking him to get the data from the student ID. So if the student ID, the data is there, and our delete button click madidnandra, the ID will be retrieved in this. If he has not clicked the delete button or the X button, it will return 0. Got this point? So what I'm telling is, if it is not equal to 0, then come inside this. Because if it is not 0, it means I want to delete the student record in this. Here we perform the delete operation. Otherwise, the search code which we had written in the previous class will come under the else part. Now understand two things in this case. The first thing is, in the search code, if the user has searched for a data, now in this page there are two submit buttons. One is get data, even that is also type equal to submit, and this is also type equal to submit. When the page sends a data to this function, now I first need to know whether it is a delete submit button or the get detail submit button. So for that I am using a if else condition. If I go to the if condition, means I have clicked on delete button. If I have come to the else part, means I have clicked on the get details in this case. So if I have written get details, I am fetching the data from that particular table. If I have clicked on delete button, then this function, this if block will be executed, and here I have to fetch the student data and I have to delete the records. How to delete the record? Very simple. It is student data dot objects dot filter dot inside this bracket open, id is equal to request dot post dot get open bracket, the same thing what you have written in the above place, that is student id comma 0. After this dot delete. Delete is a built-in function that is used to delete the record in this case. Data fetch ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, we have a function called as alter. We have a function all to fetch all the data in this case. We have a function called exist to check whether data is there or not. The same way, we have a function called delete, which will delete the record from the specified table name, and that too for this particular ID. Next, very simple, msg is equal to record deleted. Give a message to the user. Just have written 3 lines in this case, nothing else, to perform the delete operations. Here with this, save. Let us see how this works. Refresh the web page and I click on delete. It says record deleted. So let me check. There were 5 records in this case. Now you can see student ID 1 is deleted. Let me do it in the reverse. Now there are 4 records. I clicked on this. The record deleted. Let me search for the record. I have 3. Same thing. Click on delete. One more record deleted. Search for the record. Click on delete. One more record is deleted. Search for it. Got this point. So easy method they have given us. Only thing is slight modifications in this case. That is, first modification is in the search page. In the search page, you have to add a extra TD in this case. In that TD, use a form tag, one submit button, and the student ID whose record you want to delete in this. In the views page, same in the search function, you put a if else condition. Because since there are 2 different operations to be performed, first we decide whether it is a delete operation to be performed or it is the search operation. Suppose if you want to perform the delete operation, I am checking whether he has entered the student ID or not. And remember, the student ID will be initialized only when you click on this. Only when you click on the submit button, the student ID will be initialized, because inside this input type submit, I have given the student ID. So in which form, which submit tag you have used, it will take that particular tag data in this case. It will take that tag data, and this data will be sent to the function, and in the function I am checking whether he has entered the data. Yes, the data is entered. I'll delete the record and I'll set the message as record deleted. Clear with this? Otherwise, it will come to the else part and it will perform the search operation. Because 100% I know that if the data is not deleted, he has not requested for delete, the only operation is data is to be fetched in this case. Clear with this? Otherwise, you can have a one more condition here also. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. You can use elif. You can use a elif. Same message in this case. Dot post. Dot get. And when you are using a get method, you have to use a simple brackets. Not equal to empty. You are fetching the data and you are saying that it is not equal to empty. That is comma at the same way. If it is not equal to empty, means he has entered the student name to search. Okay. If the student ID is not equal to 0, then perform the delete operation. Clear with this? Because when you want to search a record, say here, let me search a record, means I'm typing something inside the text box. So when I type something in the text box, this condition will be failed and it will give a value in this case. That is VIV will be brought and it is not equal to empty in this. So it will come inside this. Whatever the name you have put is copied inside the variable search name and it will perform the operation. Got this point? Sir, I want to reduce the number of lines. Yes, you can reduce it by just taking this line and pasting it here. You are reducing one more variable in this case. Direct, whatever the data the user has entered, I am retrieving that in the query itself and I am performing the operation. Clear with this point? A simple, easy code to perform the delete operation in this. Any doubts in this? If you have not understood, you can ask again. Got this? So you can write down this code also.